Transcription number 20. Be ready. Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, Sir, I extend to this resolution my wholehearted support, though I wish he had extended its scope by incorporating within it two more services, but then I cannot deal with that subject now. You have assured me that the matter will be taken up on a subsequent occasion. I do not know when that subsequent occasion is likely to occur. Sir, I am grateful to the Home Minister for some kind words he has said about me in regard to my interest in this subject. No doubt for long I have been urging the necessity of creating more all India services. During the last 5 years or so, ever since that recommendation on the subject was made by the States Reorganization Commission, and during the last 1 year and a half, near about that time, I have been tabling resolutions on the subject twice or thrice, but they could not come up. Of course, as they say, there are higher forces that govern the destiny of things, and so far as Parliament is concerned, it is the government and the undisputed sway of the chair that govern the density of resolutions. Obviously, it was so ordained that this resolution should come up only now, and that too as a government sponsored resolution, even as it is. I welcome it most heartily and feel enthusiastic and even jubilant about it. Sir, I sincerely congratulate the Honorable the Home Minister for the tact, the firmness, the strength and the determination which he has shown in overcoming all the delicacies and difficulties which I am sure were there in his way. The opposition and unwillingness of the states were there initially, I know, and I also know, sir, that about a year ago, when I tabled a question on this subject, the then Home Minister told us that the government would be only too glad to have more all India services, but then the handicap in their way was that the states were not agreeable to it. Subsequent to that, sir, about the middle of this year, I wrote to all the chief ministers requesting them to let me know their views on this subject, and I was a little unhappy to find that no chief minister replied to me saying that he was agreeable to it. One or two of them especially said that they were against it. So all these difficulties were there in the way of the Home Minister, but I find that by his persuasion he has been able to win over all the chief ministers who in the conference immediately preceding the last one agreed to it in principle, and in the subsequent conference they agreed to it. It appears obviously in toto, and hence we have before us this resolution supported by the chief ministers of all the states. Sir, for that I want to congratulate most sincerely and heartily the Honorable the Home Minister. Now, sir, so far as the merits of this resolution are concerned, I do not think it is necessary for me to elaborate on them because during the last 4 years or so, ever since the publication of the report of the States Reorganization Commission, many eminent men all over the country, eminent administrators and persons who had experience of administration, including the retired Comptroller and Auditor General, were of the opinion that more All India services should be created. Our Honorable the Prime Minister as also our Vice President have on more than one occasion expressed themselves definitely in favor of having more All India services. Last year, sir, about the month of October, when addressing the Indian Police Service officers when they were going out after having had their training for a year, he expressly said that if national integration was to be maintained, it was necessary to have more All India services. That being so, I think there is not much need for us to emphasize the necessity and the utility for having more All India services. Sir, in the interest of efficiency and also in the interest of integrity, it is absolutely necessary that we should have these 3 All India services as also some others. The major problem these days before us is that successful implementation of the development program has to be carried out through. It is not enough that we should have big schemes. It is not enough that we should allocate large sums for the implementation of those schemes, but it is necessary that we should have competent personnel to effectively implement our schemes so that in a short time we may be able to carry forward our country to economic prosperity all round. In the past, during the pre-independence period, we had quite a large number of All India services. But then, when we framed our constitution, we dispensed with the others, retaining only 2. It appears to me that necessity has now arisen for reorganization of the All India services and to have more All India services.